You're welcome to Musubi Farm.
Thank you.
My name is Jagenda Idris.
Okay.
And I'm the operations manager for Musubi Farm.
Okay. Now tell us about Musubi Farm. What is it? What do you do? And why do you do what you do?
Musubi Farm, first and foremost, we are farmers. We have our headquarters in Mayuge district, in Avocado sub-county, in the eastern part of the country. That is where we have 2,500 acres of the crop planted. In the same sense that we are farmers, we have been in the business of farming for more than 10 years now. But we started with a variety of crops, try and error. We've done macadamia, we've done sugarcane, we've done chili, and we have been in business of export for a very long time. But about 3 years ago, we discovered the green gold. That is the Hass avocado. So we eliminated everything else and concentrated on avocado. But due to the huge market of the same, we wouldn't do this on our own. Even with our more than 2,000 acres planted, we would not serve the market. That farm, it may sound very big, but it is just a stone in the sea. When we talk about the avocado market, it is a very huge market. So this is where we decided to go out there and entice other Ugandans. So we create the outgrower scheme, outgrower section. We cover the crop right from the grassroots to the market part. In simple terms, we are establishing ourselves as consolidators of the same, where we avail farmers with planting materials, the technical advice, how do you plant, when do you plant. At the end of the day, we provide the market for the Hass avocado.
Okay. Now speaking of green gold, this is the first time hearing this, green gold. What makes your green gold special, and why did you decide to term it the green gold? And can you tell people what is the green gold?
Like the name gold,
it
stands for something precious and highly lucrative, and that is the Hass avocado. That is avocado per se, if I'm talking about the same. So green gold is not a term we invented. Avocado is internationally known as the green gold.
Really?
It has changed many countries. You look at Mexico, it has been changed. They are now doing avocado. You look at Peru. All these countries are being sustained by avocado because of the very huge market that has been opened. So this is why it is termed as a green gold. Because with more than any other fruit, with the avocado, as long as you see the avocado on the tree, that is money. All you need to do is pick it. So in simple terms, you're harvesting money.
Yeah, I like that you say that. Now, what is the Hass variety? Because I personally thought avocado was avocado. It's like one green fruit that you see, avocado as you see it, and that's it. Why did you guys decide to specialize or concentrate on the Hass variety?
Well, avocado may sound as avocado, but it has quite very many varieties. Locally, we have more than 100 varieties. We have more varieties. Many of them haven't been even documented. Internationally, the number grows bigger. But we settled for Hass. Well, Hass is a variety of its own, because many people may think that this is a GM or it has been modified. No, it is pure an avocado. It is a brand. It is a variety of its own. It's not a GM. It's not any modification, but it has. What gives it its market more than any other variety is because of its extended shelf life. That is the age.
Yeah, and you said how many days? You said 90 days?
By the extended shelf life, I mean the period between after harvesting until it is rendered useless or spoiled. So that is what I'm talking about. The rest of the varieties we have, they get spoiled quite faster. How you harvest it 2-3 days. If you have not consumed it, it is a waste. But Hass gives you a longer time. It gives you up to 2 weeks under room temperature. If you refrigerate it, it takes you even longer, about 90 days. So this means that you can transport it anywhere you want in the world by using the road and water transport. If you are to trade in any other varieties of avocado, you are basically have to look to rely on air transport.
Okay.
Air transport has two limiting factors. It is very expensive, so by the time the fruit reaches the market, it's no longer competitive in terms of price. Then secondly, it is limiting in terms of numbers. How much can you transport at a given time? You can only transport a few boxes if you are looking at air transport. But with water transport, I can transport more than 20 containers, each weighing more than 20 tons.
Yeah.
So I'm transporting a big bulk. So what do I need? I need something that can be sustained for that long time, because it takes quite some time. It is much slower as compared to the air transport. So secondly, it is a high yielding crop, and it comes into production quite early. Within 30 months from planting, you're already harvesting. So this gives it the edge. That is why we decided to go with the Hass variety and leave out everything else.
Now let's talk about your market. You said you export to Europe. How many countries?
We are basically export to Europe, we export to Middle East and China, and we are still creating more market. Because locally we do value addition, where we have installed an oil processing plant in Najembe. The dream, at first the dream was, because if you talk about farming and farming for the international market, you are basically looking at a very sensitive market, sensitive in terms of quality. So if you ask somebody, I have asked you, Johan, to plant 100 acres, it may not be possible to have whatever you've produced fit for the market. I'm talking about the international market, because of the various regulations. So you'll find that you'll be stuck with a lot of fruit that can't be exported, which would term as reject. So we wanted to get the farmer rid of the burden of reject. So this is where we created, we came up with an extraction plant, which is now running in Najembe, to take care of the reject. We are basically getting the avocado and making avocado oil. Avocado oil per se, it also has a huge market. But you don't hear more about the avocado oil. Why? Because internationally we have not managed to satisfy the food industry. Because in any kind of development, if you don't, what you care about first is the stomach. Once the stomach is full, the supply is used for value addition. You add more value to it. So, because you have not even satisfied the stomach, this is why you don't hear as much of value addition. But avocado as a crop, even if you talk of the leaves themselves, you make tea leaves out of them. It's highly nutritious, highly medicinal. You talk about the seed, the stone, because avocado has a flesh and a stone inside. That stone, it is also dense in terms of medicinal composition. You talk about the flesh, it is dense in terms of nutrients, medicinal use, cosmetic industry. So when you talk about avocado market, it is a very big market. It's a very huge market.
Yeah.
It's a market you cannot satisfy in the next 50 years.
Oh, okay. Now, speaking of everything, what are some of the challenges you faced as Musubi Farm?
First and foremost, as farmers, you have a challenge of assuring you see, Uganda by nature, we are a food basket. Okay. We are an agriculture industry, because when you look at the world, every particular, God was fair. Every particular region, they gave it its how would I term it? What we would call a source of income. It has what is better. If you look at the Middle East, their countries are filled with oil. If you look at Europe, they are filled with they have a lot of technology. Yeah. This is what is selling them. And Uganda, what we are given is abundant rainfall and a good weather. Yeah. The environment is so good. You can barely plant it. You can plant anything. Even if you wake up today and throw their beans, tomorrow you will find them germinating. That is the country, and this is not in so many parts of the world. It is very limited. So if you talk about Uganda, we are talking about agriculture. However, our Ugandan farmer has been, they have lost the heart towards agriculture. They have lost the love because they have been, they've created a lot of illusions.
Yeah.
People have talked about, we find farmers that have planted moringa, they came and told us to plant, which are the example, to rear, there are some caterpillars they used to rear.
Yeah.
They planted vanilla. So they are heartbroken.
All right.
So opening up this resistance is one of the biggest challenges we are facing. Avocado is a very easy crop to grow. Like you can see, if I take an example of this tree. This tree is already fruiting. This tree was planted in March last year. When the country went into lockdown, we planted these trees. And you can see it is already fruiting. It means by the early next year, we shall be harvesting. And you find that avocado is challenge. All you need to do is maintain what they call the good agricultural practices. By this, we mean that what you are taking care of the weed and basically pruning. After planting, what you are taking care of is weeding and planting. You have a spacing of 5 meters apart from tree to tree, and so what you are left with basically is pruning and watering to look after avocado tree. And in a very short time, you're already harvesting, just like how you see. The challenge is basically with avocado, it doesn't have as many diseases, or it is not a crop that attracts a lot of diseases because of its nature. When you look at avocado flowers, you have some trees with flowers. These are flowers, they don't have any scent. Even the fruit itself, it's not sweet and it doesn't have scent. So this means that it is not going to attract the vectors. The vectors, these are disease-carrying organisms. So if a fruit is not attracting vectors, it is very easy to deal with. You can actually plant avocado from planting to harvesting without spraying even a single day. This is our seedling. These seedlings are basically sold when they are above 6 months of age. After that, that is when they are fit for planting. Any seedling below that may have challenges while planting. So all our seedlings are sold at least when they are above 7 months from the date of when they are 7 months old, I can say. Plan to establish other demo farms in the different regions of the country, so that it doesn't require somebody to move either to Mayuge or here. In every region, we are going to establish there a demonstration farm. We are going to establish there a packing house to ease the logistics of these fruits, to create the market, in that you don't have to transport avocado from where you are planting it to Kampala or to Mayuge for packing and processing. All this should be aimed on the regional level and across the whole country. Currently, we have about 5 locations. We have one, right now we are in Kalagala, our demonstration farm. We have one in Mpambire, that is along Masaka Road. We have one in Mianzi. Mianzi is on Tiana Mubende Road. Yeah. We have another nursery in Barara. It's about 4 miles from Barara. The place is called Ishanyo. Okay. It's along the Bushenyi Road. Yeah. Then we have in Jinja and we have in Mayuge. Where our headquarters is.
Okay, perfect. So for a viewer who wants to contact you, where can they find you?
Musubi Farm, we have head offices we have offices, coordination offices. That is where basically I sit on Nansana Hoima Road. As you start the Hoima Road going to Nansana, there is a Starbucks fuel station. On Starbucks fuel station itself, I think that is the Starbucks headquarters. Okay. You can reach us on 0701 599 707 or 0788 22 8009. Okay.
Can they also find you on social media?
You can also do Twitter, that is hashtag Musubi Farm. You can also find us on Facebook by the same Musubi Farm, or log on to www.musubifarm.com. That is our official website.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.